Hello everybody, this is Dave Gwerk, President and Founder of the ADHD Coach Academy. We are selecting a few of our coaches that are doing outstanding work in the world of ADHD, and today we have Jeff Copper, who's a graduate of the Academy and owner of Attention Talk Radio, a wonderful platform for internet radio and sharing a great message and platform for ADHD. So Jeff, first of all, you're a graduate of the Academy.
Yes, I am.
And before we get into the ATR stuff, tell me, what did the Academy do for you in terms of your training? How did that help you?
Well, one of the things that was interesting to me is when I decided I wanted to become a coach, you know, David, I jumped in, I really wanted to get the real good foundation. So I actually enrolled in ADCA and Coaches Training Institute at the same time and hired a mentor coach at the same time. And I have to tell you, while the CTI experience taught me how to be a coach, really ADCA was really very much a differentiator that really helped me coach those with ADHD, because there are some very different things among those models, and the ADCA, the learnings there really prepared me. There are people I know at CTI that coach those with ADHD, but I personally would be uncomfortable with that model. And so the ADCA experience was really good because I got what I wanted out of it. I got a robust foundation to learn to coach and kind of develop my skills. But ADCA really helped me understand the ADD side of it, which I really kind of attribute a lot of my success to some of the fundamentals that I learned in class, and basically a lot of that stuff I still use today. And interestingly enough, I actually use some of those fundamentals on non-ADD clients.
And what's so interesting, Jeff, one of the things you learn is how to be a verbal processor. And that verbal processing turned into this wonderful platform and profession that you're using that unique brain wiring to do amazing things. Russell Barkley, Ned Hollowell, all these great people on your show.
The interesting story about that is I try to pay attention to what I pay attention to, and I realized as an individual with dyslexia and learning disability, when I went through college, well, actually in high school, I had all the experts around, and when I went to college, they were no longer around. It was sink or swim. And I remember my first semester, I was taking sociology of sport, and very read-em intensive, and we had to do our first research paper, and I was overwhelmed with the thought and the notion of spending hours in the library. And I just kind of paused one day and it dawned on me, you know, if I interview a subject matter expert, I could take their quotes and footnote them. And that's what I did, is I would either find a book and hunt down the author, or more usually found a subject matter expert and did it. And so as I got into coaching, everybody was writing books and doing blogs, and I knew writing is not easy for me, and I need to do something different. So the notion of an audio blog was paying attention to how I do things and do it my way, not the way everybody else did. And at first it was kind of funny because I got up and I feel like I was giving a sermon, and then a couple times after that I was scripting it, which I needed to get away from that. But then I interviewed somebody, and I was like, this is easy. And I really kind of developed it from there, and at one point in time I said, wait a second, I can really turn this into a radio show, and did. And as a result of it, the cool lesson here is I did it my way. I paid attention to how I do it, which is not the same way everybody else does it, but just like when I was in college, I overcame the belief that I had to go to the library and spend hours. Same thing here, I overcame the belief that I could actually be in social media and actually have a presence without having to write a blog that everybody else did. So that kind of goes back to a lot of stuff that we learned at ADCA, and that is, you know, it's a limiting belief, and I opened up my mind and said, hey, listen, is there a different way to look at this? I paid attention to it differently, and this show has been absolutely amazing because I didn't necessarily plan it, but it just keeps unfolding and getting more and more excited every day. And a lot I have to tell you, I appreciate your support and being a catalyst to kind of make that happen, because it's just growing and it's just fun to see what's happening in the world of ADHD.
Jeff, thanks so much for being on our show, and here's an example of what greatness can come out when you embrace your unique strengths, understand your ADHD, follow your passion, and just go for it. Jeff, thanks for being a great model for us.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.